X, yoke, yeah. No, it's got to come into the tender first.
So that's all the work. Yeah, that was all, isn't it? Yeah, that was all that. Alright, Dennis. Yeah. Yeah, that's all going to be in it.
Can't see any.
Follow your timeline.
Oh, right.
Timeline.
The body on this is quite a lot higher than the wheels, and of course the wheels again would go over all sorts of terrain, but it was a 6 by 6. so I get mixed up between 3 and 4 inch scale. Right, well, we've got a really good selection of miniature steam engines. First thing to say about these are steam engines. There's no cheating on this. We haven't got, as far as I can see, certainly there's no electric motors, no paraffin driven or petrol driven engines. They're all real steam engines.
You're going to be doing your wheels sitting on the back of that.
Put it all the way up from Kent. Very nice. Now I've got to look at 4 inch, 3 inch, and that is inches to the foot, so that for those of you who are working in metric, 6 inch would be size. So that gives you the scales, because they're all different. B33, for instance, 33 is a McLaren road loco. McLaren. They're all based on full-sized engines. They're all accurate models, and I see that back into the ring now I can welcome Peter Love from Old Glory magazine, and we've got in the box here, we've got a competitor magazine. Anyway, advertising done. I'm sure Peter's going to do a very good feature on miniature engines in Old Glory, and probably our other something more too, so that's good. Anyway, apart from that, we've got V6 coming into the arena. We've got 2 cylinders, a high pressure and a low pressure. It's a way of getting the best use out of steam. When you hear a loco or steam engine, rolling engine go chuff, 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 that's the exhaust sound of the steam engine. And what's coming out of there is steam, not smoky old coal that's going to pollute the atmosphere. It's just vaporised water that hasn't been used to power the vehicle. In other words, it's wasted. So what some of the manufacturers did was to produce compound engines, which meant that the steam went in the high pressure, which is a smaller cylinder on the right of the block here, and then it was not exhausted up the chimney through that pipe, and you see on the top talking, is it what scale? It's a 4.5. See, I've got totally bamboozled then. Right, thank you very much. Based again on the famous 45-ton wagon. Very nice, flat platform body, very authentic. B30. Light haulage all over the country. It's got belly tanks for extra water capacity, and we've got a full-size 1 or 2 of those coming in the ring later on. But these are all perfectly scaled, engineered miniatures of the full-size farmyard, which is a forerunner of today's modern combine harvester. Also used for sawmill work. Another Foden here we have. Again, we're looking at. We're looking at like Melanie's one. This is a half scale. You may think it's smaller, but we've got the full-size ones coming in later. So they're trying to keep constant power when you were doing threshing work in the farmyard. And again, generated by steam. Even the atomic power you get, it's the atoms generate the heat to make steam for the turbines. Well, this is the end of the full-size display. We have the whistles going, and I'm pleased to say we've got that today. Great. Thank you, Graham. I think you've headed up this lot. You came in first. It's lovely. You've got a full-size engine. You've got to go back and get on your ticket. Yeah. We'll walk down the avenue. So, yeah. Anyway, look, we've got this actually. And we're all cool. John Carver. We all know the John Carver. Later on, and do go along and see Tilly. Now, in front of me now is an engine which is owned by in Norfolk, and there are 5 of these engines, all the sisters, and 2 of the others survived, and they're in the structure. navigator on site. This was an extra cutting up the roads, and Garside decided to put in surplus World War I railway equipment and to run it with the narrow gauge railway, which runs to this very day as a preserved railway. And that's always interesting to go and see in its own right. But Will of the Wisp is really lovely. There's a sprung tow bar behind and attachments so you could have a scarifier to rip the road surface up. Quite a few extras.
The others we've had round, you've got a chain on either side of the front axle, and that's your steering. But the Wallace & Stevens Advance has a worm gear and a quadrant, much more positive steering. Another feature of the Advance too, they found when they started to use tarmac cabin on the road surfaces, when they went out and rolled in one direction and they reversed, the rollers actually came to a stop and could put a little dent in the tarmac. Wallace & Stevens developed a system where they were absolutely instant reverse. They never actually stopped. They were going forward, probably the back, and they went to go back. So, really great.
Yep, they were indeed a side rising on the gallery. Market only the brick and tile work. It would have taken several loads of bricks to the on the tile works to the station in what we call roadway, which was very heavily side, but it's got a heck of a history, this engine. We've seen it in Dorset, we've seen it in several owners, and it's been well written up recently. I think, but this one coming in now is one of the Fowler ploughing engines. They worked in pairs, one at each end of the field, pulling a balance plough between them. You pulled it in one direction between the engines, and then the other end of the plough is now difficult to describe it because the plough's in front of you, and then the engines moved up 6 furrows and then they pulled it back the other way. That's basically a very laborious way of ploughing a field compared to a tractor now on GPS automatic driving you've got today. But bear in mind that how fields were ploughed up to then was horsepower, 1 or 2 horses, one man would plough an acre a day if he was lucky if the ground was right. These engines needed a crew of 5, but if the ground was right, and they were owned by something like this back then, they could plough up to 20 acres a day, which was a revolution. 10 up the mileage, because one of the oldest, in certain boxes I was not so long apart, and just like it's quite started, and it's got a lot of original stuff on it that intrigued me, and I wanted to try and understand the word of that thing. One, two. Thank you very much. As I say, that I'd love to be able to talk to everybody about the engines because they've all got this olive there. So I'm always enjoying myself. They're going up and seeing another steam engine out. It's the same basic design, the big design, but it's a difference insofar as it's chain driven. And again, it's gears physically over so that you can see the meshing, and then you start again in the next gear. This engine is chain driven, rather like steam wagons. It enabled it meant that it was able to have, you could see on the chimney there the letter K. That denoted their engines. They had that on all their chimneys. They were, it says it on the tin, literally does what it says on the tin, on the motion cover. That's the thing that goes alongside the stat first.
Yeah, they had quite a fleet of engines, and every one of them, you'll notice on the chimney, this one's got like a casting which says K. Sometimes they just painted in white on the chimney the letter K, but all the whole fleet of the vehicles, fleet of engines, had that K on the chimney.
It was converted because we talked about mysteries being a tractor roller with the headstock. It was built as a convertible, but it was meant to be able to use it. It's like having a car that had a top you can make it into a sports car, if you like, a convertible. So you could convert the tractor by putting rollers on it to a steam roller. It then passed directly down the council, and we put it in the steam roller, right to the showroom engine with the some of the sizes. And we're still using today the generating power for lighting and small lights.
Following the young gentleman's ground is a Garrett, and it's on to the destination of the factory or plant where the piece of equipment was going to be made, or it could be a ship, it could be a ship's propeller or ship's rudder or something like that if it was in the shipyard area. It's got a spark arrestor on the chimney because you were going through town, you didn't want to get sparks, you could be fined for that, you set somebody watching the light or whatever. That was, it was made between 1920 and then we stopped it, they keep on going through so quickly. Following His Majesty, we've got Parham here, crane engine that's coming up at the rear there, was working since the steering was on the back. And if you take out the little half-sized engine those three engines going along, right? And I was, along with Brian Johnson, we were at Brighton to watch it come in. There was Brian Johnson who was with us earlier, and I was just half off on the bus and this is very strong part, we've been talking about that. There's so much to tell you here, it's amazing. We've got a wonderful selection. Built in 1920, it's another engine from the Cell Company collection of you know, that's all we've got time to say about it. There's so much to say about these engines. Then we've got the Parham Steam Bus, and this was built by Parham, so I can special, and come back and
short breeze also the most epic rescue of ever when the guy died and he held on to these engines for so long, and there they were sitting in the shed at the back. This was in a separate shed, and it was Michael Webber who organised the auction on behalf of the family. You couldn't really send these off all over the country because they were all, you know, a lot of them were derelict, but this one, he's profit for himself. It needed very little work doing to it. I think it's good work, whatever. If you look at the package engine registers, pages and pages of racing aboard them, and quite right to they exported all over the world, but they're fantastic products, and the colours ever to produce a steam road rolling machine, quite different from what we see today. This is an RC10 model, if you're interested, built in 1902 and owned and exhibited by Cole. So it's taken a fair long time to get down from Sussex, down to here, and they made very quickly, made no nice stop runs on any track. It was built in 1930 as a 6-ton Wallace and Stevens Advance, and it's good to see them here, and he's towing, because they've not long been here, and I think they just turned up and got themselves a quick cold drink. This is going to be loud. You can turn this off now, ladies and gentlemen. they do it all together. You can't hear yourself speak. I think that they do it individually. I've never heard that before. It's normally one cacophony of whistles which you can hear halfway across West Sussex. And part of East Sussex as well, I think. Anyway, maybe they'll do that later. But any engines that are wanting to take part in steer a steamer, you stay in the ring. And other engines can now leave the ring, and we're going to have steer a steamer, which means that you, the general public, can actually really disable